Guys, if you like watching One Piece stuff on YouTube, I've been watching this book YouTuber that her Patreon bullied. I use bullied in a very kind sense. They bullied her into reading One Piece, and she now loves it. And I'm validated because she just finished Fishman Island and said that it was one of her favorite arcs, and it was like the best thematic execution that Oda has done, and I'm validated. Fuck you.
Dude, I can't wait.
Fishman Island is good. You're all just bad.
I need to convince my sister to read One Piece. I don't know how I'll achieve it because she works like a dog, both like professionally, and she's also a writer, and like she's also nursing a child like at the moment.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
So I don't think I could feasibly like get her to do it soon, but eventually I'm hoping, because I'm sitting here like, One Piece is literature.
One Piece is literature. Yeah.
We should study One Piece in class, actually.
Chekhov's gun. The prime example of Chekhov's gun, Professor, is in chapter 80 something when Sanji picks up a picture in Skypiea of some royal family, and then he's like, "Oh, I read that book," and they're like, "It was published in the North Blue, asshole. No, you haven't." And he's like, "Oh, I never mentioned I was from there." And they're like, "No, what are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, haha, JK. Hey, what's that goofball Luffy doing over there?"
That's pure literature.
Could you imagine having like to pull out your One Piece textbook and it's just like the omnibus, but like it's the One Piece omnibus? Even if they put 4 fucking pages on a single page, it would still be like it's
those meme books where like,
yeah,
like in the shows where they take out a comically tall book and the binding is like
the binding is like fucking half the size of a person.
Yeah.
Yes.
The average length of a chapter is like 20 something.
Let's say 15 pages.
Quick maths on a calculator, so it's not that quick. So 1,027 times what? Like we're saying like
15, 17?
15, 17? I'll give it a 17. That's 17,459 if it's if each one was 17 exactly,
which is insane. So what I'm saying, like 4 pages per page is still 4,000 fucking pages.
That's wild.
And since like it'd be double-sided, it'd be 2,000 fucking pages. That's still thick.
That's okay. I have Stephen King's It right here, and it is 1,000 and like, it's like 1,000 and something pages, double-sided. So 2,000, double the size of this, stack 2 on top of each other, double-sided, and that's the One Piece textbook.
Literally just like Scoliosis, the textbook.
Jesus Christ. And like, oh my god, the kids who have to take One Piece 101, the little middle schoolers, oh my god, their backs are going to be so messed up because they're going to have to carry that.
Dude, like, it'll like reveal, like, so you know how like the kids with the rolling book packs are like how do I say that?
They were ahead of their time.
They were ahead of their time, but they're also the most insufferable human beings.
Yes.
I say this as someone who had a rolling book bag for the longest time. Like, adding One Piece to that, like, if you are in One Piece 101, you must have a rolling backpack. There's no if, and, or but.
These kids are basically gonna have freaking, what is it called? It's not a trolley. It's like oh my god, what's the name of it? You might know. You use it when you're like to pick up a bunch of boxes at once. You like it has wheels.
Oh,
and you put
not a wheelbarrow, but like a fucking.
No, it's not a wheelbarrow. What the fuck is it called? They use it in like it's like a SH something. They use it in moving a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It has like a little metal tongue on the bottom with like two wheels, and you slip it under, and then you put your foot on the kickstand, like the axle of the wheels, and you pull back, and then like you're able to like it's not a trolley. I don't know what it is, but you know what I'm talking about. Kids are gonna have to use that. They're gonna have to put the little tongue underneath.
It's a dolly.
A dolly, that's what it is. What the hell was I thinking? A SH sound. Okay. Yeah, kids are gonna need a dolly for fucking school, dude.
Could you fucking imagine? Impossible.
See, I see a kid, if I go back to my younger self, I see a kid with like a rolling backpack, like a suitcase looking rolling backpack. I'm like, okay, you're kind of over exaggerating. They're probably not that heavy. Come on, dude. I see a kid then walk up with a dolly to carry all of his stuff, and I'm instantly thinking, okay, what are my routes of escape? I instantly do not trust this child.
I don't know why, but it reminds me a lot of that one very cringe meme where it's like a bunch of superheroes trying to like lift up the cross. It's like all the fucking Avengers, right? Trying to lift up the cross. And Jesus like hovering over them, just being like, pretty heavy, huh?
See, I've seen the original, but to me, the original version is the one where Thanos is trying to lift it up, and it's the Thanos with the fucking fat ass, like, bent over and twerking.
I've seen the original one of that, where instead of Thanos, it's Brawly.
Yeah, or that, yeah, the Brawly one. God damn it. Jesus. But oh, yeah. Basically, look, anyways, I've been watching. If you guys want One Piece YouTube content that isn't like Omega cringe and filled with like power level BS or like random like people saying like stupid theories that don't make any sense, Murphy Napier, she's a book YouTuber, so like she does like every Friday is her One Piece videos. But then, like, throughout the week, I subscribe to her, and she'll just do, like, random, like, book hauls and, like, reviews of, like, books that she's read. And she really loves, like, fantasy stuff. And, like, I don't know. I watched some of her book reviews, and I'm like, okay, all right, you're onto something, Miss Napier. You're onto something. I might...
As I have recently picked up reading.
Yeah,
just in
as
general.
you've recently discovered how to read.
I think I will, take you up on this.
Yeah, it's real good.
Her One Piece videos get like more views.
Yeah, because she started covering One Piece, and her videos blew up. Mind you, look, I'm on her channel right now, so like, okay, August wrap up video, 23,000 views. October spooky book recommendations, 28K. Okay. Tropic of Serpents and Raybearer review, 8.7K views. Nice.
Yeah.
Fishman Island, 112K views.
Marineford, 265K views.
Yeah.
Amazon Lily, 121K views. Stabity, 204K. Fucking
like,
dude. One Piece fans are out of their minds.
Yeah, and her videos are like actually, because it's, mind you, it's her first like time reading through One Piece. She knows literally like nothing about the series, and her comment section is really good at not spoiling her. And the same thing, like her Patreon subscribers, like she said in a couple videos before that like they're really good about like not giving any spoilers. And just the first time her reading through it from like, she's coming at it from like a literary sense, like
yeah
of all the stuff that Oda does like writing wise, and it's just real good. I don't know how else to say it. she loved Marineford. Sometimes her theories, she'll have like fan theories, and sometimes like it's always theories that she just comes up with just from reading the story like as is.
Yeah.
And there was what she just did, Punk Hazard, which is the one I watched today, and she's like talking about it. She's like, everybody gave me like, everybody told me like, oh, Fishman Island is boring and it's like the worst one, so just speed through it. And she's like, and Fishman Island was like one of the best arcs. She's like, why couldn't you guys have told that to me for Punk Hazard? She's like, Punk Hazard should have just been cut in half the lengthwise, and that still might have been too much. And I was like, damn. But then she was like, she's like, oh, like it's probably like my bottom 5 arcs, but like none of the arcs are like bad. It's just like this one, she didn't feel as much connection with some of the stuff. She's like, but she's like, the characters that got moments got exceptionally good moments in this arc. But there's a part where she's talking. She's like, oh, this samurai guy Kinemon, like we meet him, and she's like, something is up with him, and Zoro like immediately wants to follow him around everywhere, and like she's like, when we get to Wano, she calls it Wano, and she's like, when we get to Wano, she's like, Zoro's gonna have something connection with the samurai or he's gonna learn their ways. And I'm like, oh, you have no idea. And then she makes like a one-off comment that's like, and this samurai guy Keen is like, he speaks like he's like 100 years old. And I'm like, ooh. And everybody in the comments, like, nobody referenced it, but there was one comment that was like, man, that Kinemon comment. And then all the comments are like, ooh.
Dude, that's pretty good.
Oh, it's Hell so good. Yeah. I highly recommend her videos. Her One Piece videos are really good. She really dives deep into like the themes of all the stories and like different, like she loves all the Straw Hats. So like anytime there's a Straw Hat moment, she goes like in-depth fangirling about it.
Damn. I respect it.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say, the only thing she crossed me on was that she's like, we need more stuff from Sanji, because Sanji's not doing it for me right now. And I'm like, just wait till we get to, just wait till you get to Zoe, and then whole cake, and all the wrongs in the world will be righted. But
amazing.
Yes.
That's content.
Yeah, that's content.
Speaking of, we gotta make our own.
Yes, we gotta make our own. We are not a YouTuber fan cast. We are not a Murphy Napier fan cast. As
YouTube
much as
reviewer. Jesus
we're not
Christ.
a YouTube reviewer. That's too many layers of meta for me to enjoy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but
looking at you, Twitch.
Oh God. We are Paramecia Fancast, a One Piece fancast where we review the latest chapter of One Piece and have a different One Piece related discussion every single week. My name is John.
My name is Franz. I was yawning. My name is Franz.
Oh, that's staying in. That's a good one.
Y'all get the yawn ASMR.
Hell yeah. And we're back with chapter 1027, Danger Beyond Imagining. And this title, I read it and I was like, ruh-roh. But immediately that fell to the wind because my eyes averted down to the reader request and I was just cracking up.
The reader request is so good. Like, big Luffy energy right here. It reads, reader request, Roger gleefully running from a lion whose face he scribbled on, by Toshikiya. I just fucking love it. He's like crying and pissing himself laughing, just running away.
He is crying, like cry laughing, running away from this lion who he like jigglypuffed, and he wrote dog on the lion's arm. And I'd like to assume that like the drawings on the face were like, yeah, all right. And then as soon as Roger wrote the word dog on a giant cat, like just like Pickle Rick. Like, that's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Like, he just started dying. Like,
Dude, I mean, it kind of is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
I mean, yeah, dude, look at, like, it's the funniest stuff Shanks ever seen. He's at the top of the tree crying. Like Shanks is emotional from how funny this is.
Oh my god, I had just noticed Shanks and Buggy up there. This is so good.
Buggy has, like, the normal reaction of, like, Jesus Christ, like, Dad? Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you do this?
Hey, Dad, that's a fucking lion.
Yeah, and then Shanks is just stream of just waterfall of tears. Like, which is it's funny to me. I fucking love their because this dynamic is reversed in the current timeline. I'd like to think.
Honestly, like the those of you who are like so weeaboo they've gone like fucking full circle, you might know the what the terms for like a Japanese comedy duo. The straight man is usually referred to as tsukomi, I think it is, and the other in this case would be the funny man, the idiot, literally called boke and tsukomi. And like it's the whole dynamic they've got, Shanks and Buggy, is really good to me because in being the straight man, Buggy is the funniest fucking person.
Oh my god. Shoutouts to oh my god, there's a Twitter user, Vero, I think is what they go by.
Oh, an artist, right?
Yeah. Ginkgo Crown or Jinkko Crown? Vero is what they go by.
Yes.
And they were tweeting about their love of Shuggy with this like Shanks and Buggy content is like
that's
top tier.
A bad ship name.
Shuggy. It's a bad ship name, but oh my god, I love it. Look, we're gonna move on to the chapter, but all I'm saying is that I hope to God Buggy abandoned his crew to just get out because the Marines were after him. I hope to God that the next time we see him, he is with Shanks. I really hope to God that he just ran straight to Shanks and was like, hey, can I hang out here for a while?
We love it. We love the ship. 10 out of 10. Officially sanctioned Paramecia Fancast ship.
Yeah. Officially gets the Paramecia seal of approval. But no, we start straight into the chapter. And they're like, oh, like Wanda and Carrot runs up and is like hugging Garfield, and they're like, oh, like Cat Viper, like Nekomamushi, and he's like, oh, like he's holding his little paw above his eyes, and he's like, hey, be careful, you don't turn into a suit long. For some reason the moon's out again. And it just Sparrow, god, I saw like, so the One Piece Twitter, like I think it's usually on like Fridays, I guess, like a couple days before the chapter releases, they post the first panel of the chapter like on Twitter to like get people hyped. And I didn't know what the hell it said, but I saw Sparrow dead on the floor, and I was like, yes. I think I retweeted it on our Twitter because I was like, this is the content that I'm here for. Dude, but it's so good.
That's all we asked for. And Oda listened. We wanted him dead, and he's dead.
Don't say I never gave you buttholes nothing.
It's so... What's like really hits home with all of this is Yamato and in some way probably also Momo realizing we get like little thought bubbles. I read about this in the journal. When Roger and Whitebeard met in combat, the heavens split open. And I'm really like, it's kind of heavy-handed, but I do like that the parallel going on here is Roger, Whitebeard, and Luffy and Kaido when it comes to just sheer clash of power.
Yeah. It's, oh man, it's so awesome. Like, cause to think that like, you know, I not gonna get power scaly, but like there is a class of character whose powers are so strong that they could split the heavens when they clash, and Luffy has just joined that class of characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is undebatable, he's done it. He clashed with Kaido with Supreme King Haki, and they split the sky in half. Like, whether he's as strong or stronger than those other guys, I don't care about that. Just he's there. Yeah. He's in that upper echelon, and it's so
the cream
sick.
of the crop, baby.
Oh, it's so good. Especially like we get the inside of the Onigashima, and they're like, oh, like what? Like you see the ceiling like falling apart, and they're like, what's causing this rumbling? Like what's happening up there? And I love that, like, we see Luffy and Kaido, and in just, like, I think back to, maybe it's kind of an unfair comparison, but not really. It shows how much Luffy has grown, because you think back to when he fought Crocodile, all the way back in Alabasta. By the third time they were fighting, like, by the second time they were fighting, like, Luffy was already, like, out of breath, like,
right,
like,
yeah,
freaking
I see what
dying.
You're saying.
Even recently, I guess would be a better one when he fought Katakuri. Like, what, they fought for like 14 hours straight or something like that? They fought for, or like 10 hours straight. I think
something like that, yeah.
The fourth, I think it was 12 hours straight was with Cracker, and then he fought Katakuri for like another 10 or something like that. Like, they fought something all through the night, him and Katakuri. But it's like, you see that fight, and he's, like, going gear fourth, giving it his all, and, like, not to say that he's not here, but, like, he was, like, barely won that fight, you know? He was, like, completely exhausted after that. And it's, like, to see him now up against Kaido, like, clashing with Supreme King Haki, and, like, I mean, they both have, like, bruised up and shit, but they're not even, like, phased, and it's like, oh, shit, like...
Dude, it's all just starting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the whole thing, this clash happens, and Yamato, he just starts bleeding from the forehead. And he realized, like, oh, that Thunder Bagua? I thought I blocked it, but I didn't even come close. And like, he's okay. All the while, like, Luffy calls to him, oh, Yamao, help that coward out, pointing at fucking Momo. Momo's just, like...
He's big as fuck now.
He's huge as shit, but he's still trying to... He looks like he's making himself small. You feel me? Yeah. He's, like, all bunched up. And he's just, like, calling, like, oh, who are you calling a coward? Like, this... I love this ribbing. In front of literally the strongest contemporary pirate. Like...
Yeah.
Arguably.
Oh, my God. Who are you calling a coward? You! Come on! Shape up! I know what I have to do, but people do not just change their nature in minutes. And I love this moment. I love Yamato and Momonosuke because, like, their dynamic is good. I love it. I loved it when Yamato swore to protect him in Onigashima, and you could see, like, at first Momo was, like, terrified of Yamato, but then he, like Luffy did too, like, you get to see Yamato's, like, true colors and true nature, and then they just instantly trust him. They're just like, okay, you're good.
Right. It's like, it's pretty reasonable, honestly. Like, who's this motherfucker, first of all? Horns?
Yeah.
What?
Kaido family? Son? Bad. In Luffy's case, Ace? Good. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I like Yamato. He jumps on top of Momo and he's like, "You'll be all right, Momonosuke. I'm with you. Sorry about leaving your side earlier." And then he's like, "Yamato."
Kaido sees them and lunges at them both like, where do you think they're going? And you just see Momo just screeching.
Dude, I'm so glad we're okay, you know how Dragon Ball is literally just a gag manga with unfortunately too many extra steps, right?
Yeah.
For some godforsaken reason, though, like there were small moments, but Toriyama was way too precious about Shenlong and the other like dragons.
Oh, yeah.
And I really wish there were like more like cartoony awooga kind of gags with those dragons.
The only time you like really have something like that, and it's really subdued compared to this, is in Battle of the Gods. Like they summon Shenron and they're like, oh, Shenron, like he's like, why did you summon me? And then like he literally looks and sees Beerus, god of destruction, like god of their universe. He's like, Lord Beerus, how are you?
Yeah. It's but a small moment.
Yeah, but it's nothing like I want to hear this in the anime. Momo just screaming and oh my god. But yeah, I this part made me sad. I was like, no, because he's screaming, and then you get his like inner monologue, and he's like, Kinemon Kiku, give me strength. I promise, I'll do my part. And he just remembers like their sacrifice for him, and he like hesitates jumping off the edge because as it shows later in the chapter, he doesn't realize that like he can fly yet, or he doesn't know like how he can fly.
Right, because like him going up, his eyes were just closed.
Yeah,
like
he did the same thing honestly as when he did it in Punk Hazard. Like,
exactly, flying by the seat of his pants.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
No, as he looks down, Kaido approaches. Yamato covers him real quick, and we get him
my bad.
Mouth so wide. And then Luffy comes in, reminding us that, you know, Teehee, he's funny rubber boy. Just wrapping his legs around Kaido's fucking neck, trying to stop Kaido from, you know, beating them and like letting them go.
Oh, it's so good. And I love he's like Yamo. He's like, I know you want to take this one for yourself, don't you? And he's just like, hey, yeah. Like, so Luffy takes Kaido to fight on his own, and Momonosuke just starts falling like off of Onigashima, and he's just like screaming like, I'm gonna die. And Yamato's like, I love the calmness from Yamato, because Yamato's like, you know, Kaido's son has seen dragon form before, and it's just like, dude, just grab the sky. Like,
forehead, come on.
Yeah,
dummy.
just grab the sky, forehead. And he's like, what? And Yamato, he's like, dragons don't fly, remember? You create clouds, and then you grab them and race through the sky. That's what a dragon does. And then he's like, I'm really flying.
The matter-of-factness with which he says that, and the fact that, like, Momonosuke just, like, understands. And it's just, like, it's a very nice moment. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. We get, like, the very specific, like, tidbit. Like, these clouds are called flame clouds.
Yeah, okay.
I don't really know if that'll, like, touch on later, but it's kind of, like, the distinction between, like, these clouds are gonna be yellowy like they have been before.
Yeah. It's, yeah, I can't wait to see, like, the official coloring of, like, Big Momo. Like, we've kind of already seen it in that old-ass color spread, but
right.
I want to see, like, big, dumb Momo screaming in giant pink and yellow glory.
His whole... That shit would be good.
Oh, it's gonna be good. But, yeah, as Yamato gives us the lore of the flame clouds, you turn the page and you see
the island is starting to collapse because Yamato like blocked some of the rocks from hitting Momonosuke, and you see the bottom, like the flame clouds are holding up the bottom like cone of the island, but it's just like it's falling apart. All these rocks are falling down like into the ocean, or like I guess onto land, because I think a couple chapters ago didn't they say that it made landfall, or like it made it over land? It just wasn't over the flower capital.
Exactly. It's like super close though.
Yeah. And we get the first thing in a while that's like, oh, like Yamato mentions, could it be that Kaido's power is weakening and that's making the flame clouds unstable? They're not able to support the rock and it's crackling and falling away. And it's like, what? Like, damn, like Luffy did that? Like Kaido's weakening? Like, okay.
Dude, it's so good. Like,
part of me fears that this might be a fake Chekhov's. It's a Chekhov's gun, but when Oda goes to fire it, it's gonna be the Joker, the flag with the bang. It's gonna be the Looney Tunes gun.
Chekhov's squirt gun.
Yeah, Chekhov's squirt gun. I fear that that's what this is, and Kaido's gonna be like, yeah, I'm not weakening, bruh.
Have I made the comparison, like, while recording, that this is literally just Age of Ultron?
Yeah. I think we did a couple chapters ago, but yeah, this is, I mean, if you'd like to read us the next couple of panels, because they literally...
Yeah, it's
Yamato
literally
might
just
as well
a rundown.
just tell us, like, the synopsis of Age of Ultron.
Exactly. Quite literally what it is, because it's straight up just like, oh, like, Momonosuke realizes what it's like, oh, it's a disaster waiting to happen. I won't let it go to the flower capital. I turned big in order to stop this island, which is...
He tries to bite it?
Dude, he's so fucking dumb. Like, I don't know if he was, like, biting it or, like, headbutting it, but, like, come on, guy. What you gonna fucking do?
Yeah.
Yamato's like, oh, it's not gonna work. And you see, like, Momo makes a point, like, there's no time. The capital's so close. We'll arrive in, like, no more than 5 minutes. And you see the whole ass fucking capital just crystal fucking clear.
Yeah.
Like, they're there. And it kind of, like, it keeps going, and we realize that, like, the stakes of this is quite literally just the same as Age of Ultron. Because it's like, oh, make more flame clouds. You know, we're floating because Kaido made all the flame clouds around it. You know, he's getting weaker. You can push it back if you made stronger flame clouds. Oh, but I just learned how to fly. I may not have the same power as Kaido. And it's like, you literally just made the flame clouds. Like, Momo, come on, buddy.
Like,
I get it. Like, it's a lot of pressure. You're literally still 8 years old.
Yeah. Oh, God. And Yamato continues, like, the situation's much more dangerous than we imagine. Even if it settles down on land the way Kaido envisions, there will be terrible losses within the city. And in the worst case, if Kaido should succumb first, the flame clouds will vanish and Onigashima will plummet to the earth. Just like in Marvel's hit Age of Ultron, Avengers 2.
And then, like, to top it all off, there's an incredible stockpile of weapons within the island and explosives. Onigashima might as well be a giant bomb. Cough, cough, we've already had a nuke go off, but okay, Oda.
Yeah.
At this distance, there's no way the citizens can evacuate in time. If the island falls, everyone will perish, friend and foe alike. And then, like, oh, like...
I love this.
Momo just trying to bargain. Oh, maybe we should stop Luffy. And Yamato bonks him on the fucking, his eyes popping out, his tongue going straight. I fucking love it.
Dragon gag is like top fucking tier. When Kaido came out drunk and was like laughing and hiccuping, I was like, this is funny, but this might be like the only time we get to see like funny haha dragon. I'm so glad that this 8-year-old child was aged up 20 years.
Dude.
And I'm so glad that his new adoptive older brother and future Straw Hat crew is using the club to bonk him on the head. Don't be stupid.
I really enjoy the I thought the peak of dragon comedy was like elephant King Kong gun straight down and fucking Kaido's limp noodle body just following along with it. But the fact that it just didn't end there, I love it.
You love to see it. But yeah, Yamato. So Yamato's like, don't be stupid, and bonks him, but then he continues. He says, you want to stop the man putting everything on his back and standing in the line of danger for everyone. No one but Luffy can beat Kaido. We can't tell him about this. We have to get through this danger without anyone finding out. And I'm like, damn, I don't know. That alone, I'm like, I like that. I like that it's both
good.
Of them. Especially because, like, just Yamato in general. I love Yamato's character because, like, you know, Yamato, like, Kaido's biological child, like, literally, like, held prisoner and abused by Kaido and put, like, I'm gonna put you in with these samurai and they're real hungry and they might, like, kill you, haha, teehee.
Right.
Abuse, haha. But I just love this, I absolutely love that, like, you know, it goes along with Yamato wanting to be Odin, but at the same time, it's just like every person from Wano that Yamato comes across, like, the trust is earned there. Like, they believe in Yamato. It's a sort of like, I guess not like to the extent of like found family, but like the samurai in that cave, they were like, no, like, you're a child, like, you know, the sins of your father are not your own, like, you know, whatever, you're cool.
It implies found family in the collective, like, decision to just separate Yamato from Kaido in all these continuous contexts.
Yeah. And I like this. They're like, we have to get through this danger without anyone finding out. I have the strongest feeling that literally the entire flower capital is going to find out. I have a feeling that with these motherfuckers clashing on the roof and splitting the sky in two, like, they're gonna be like, I've seen Age of Ultron. What's going on up there? And they're gonna see a giant pink dragon and somebody dressed like Odin on top, like, trying to protect the flower capital.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be so interesting to see the population of the flower capital have kind of a similar, like, apprehension to the sight of a dragon. Yeah. Similarly to, like, when several of the red scabbards found out that, you know, Momo's a dragon now.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be good. I cannot wait. But you want to talk about lore. You want to talk about other good. You want to talk about lore. The second half of this chapter, which I did not expect to be as good as it was, or like to get what we got. Yeah, we go back to the performance floor, and you just see all the beast pirates and samurai, like, their swords are breaking and like these air slashes, and they're just like, get down, like, Master King's totally lost it. And King is just in hybrid form going on a rampage, like, slashing at Zoro. And he manages to fling Zoro into Frankie. And Zoro's like, man, he's strong. But, like, of course he is. And Frankie's like, I love this. He's like, what's happening out there? Do you want help? And Zoro's just like, nah, no need. And he's just like, well, all right.
Yeah, like, honestly, Frankie just took it as like, no skin off my back, okay.
Yeah, so King and Queen have a little talk, but like on the page after, he's just like, you got it, good luck, man.
Dude, the talk with King and Queen is, like, particularly funny because, like, Queen immediately is like, hey, stop, you cut my ass.
Yeah,
knock it off with these chaotic attacks. You sliced my butt. I wish I'd sliced your neck. And then he's like, what?
Dude, fucking ice cold but mood. I wish.
You know, like, these dudes, to take a page out of the other jump manga, Sakamoto Days. These two are a bunch of Jurassic bastards, but they have the same, like, fighting with each other as they have the same energy that Zoro and Sanji have, but they don't have like the actual caring about each other. So
yeah,
like,
there's no love in this. Like no camaraderie, no homosexuality.
Yeah.
Just
at the end
sheer
of the day,
hatred.
At the end of the day, Zoro and Sanji both, like, they fight each other in the day and then they kiss the homies goodnight at night. Like,
Exactly.
But slicing Queen's butt is just
That's what he deserves.
Line, yeah, that line is so good. But we get the reason why King is so pissed. And they're just like, the Beast Pirates are like, Pirate Hunter Zolo just damaged King's mask. They're like, oh, no wonder he snapped. After all, nobody knows what King's face looks like. And it's like, oh? Oh?
It's honestly like, it's one of those things that, like, in One Piece, we make a lot of concessions and when you take a lot of things for granted. But then when someone, like, spells it out, sometimes you'll really just be like, oh yeah, that's the case, huh?
Yeah, I like it. I like it too because, like, you know, masks in, like, literature in general, in any form of, like, show or writing, like, if a character has a mask, I mean, it's just another form of, like, Chekhov's gun. Like, if a character has a mask, it's because they are hiding something, and there will be a reveal of what's under the mask at some point. And it's just how the author decides to do that and what that's gonna be.
Right.
So, like, we still haven't seen, like, we kind of got it with, what's his face that Jinbei murdered, but, like, we didn't see behind the mask, but he straight up told us, like, we didn't get a name, but he's just like, oh yeah, like, I used to be part of CP9, like, I used to be part of CP02.
Dude,
yeah,
what
know.
a fucking...
And it's like, dude, okay.
Dude, Kaido fucking amassed quite the fucking crew.
Yeah.
It's like really crazy to think about, but you know, it makes sense that, like, specifically with this crew not having any camaraderie, just being like sheer power, of course there's gonna be like these crazy fucks with all this power.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like, Kaido's crew is like a failure of a crew, like Big Mom's, but in, like, such a different way. Because, like, in Big Mom's, there was people, it basically turned into, like, those of us who were on Mom's side and those of us who are looking out for ourselves because of the way this abusive family has, you know, happened to turn out.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, you see Katakuri fighting, like, you know, he's fighting Luffy or whatever, but you see the turn at the end of him, like, choosing to, like, let Luffy, like, escape and not go after him, because I think it's when Brule is, like, helping him, she's like, oh, like, Straw Hat Luffy got away, and then he just, like, smirks, and then she's like, why are you smiling? I knew you'd smile. Like, but it's like, they, you know, they're looking out for each other, and then we have, like, absolute buttholes like Oven and Cracker that are like, yeah, for Mom, for family, even though the family treats them like
family.
garbage. Yeah. And then on the exact opposite spectrum, you have Kaido's crew, which is like, Kaido, you know, it's a hierarchy of pure power, but every single person is just trying to claw their way in front of somebody else. Like, shit, yeah. Kaido even, like, straight up told the Tobi Roppo, like, hey, like, if you guys bring me my son, like, I'll let one of you challenge King or Queen or Jack, like, and if you kill him, you get the spot. And it's like, okay. Like,
right,
Jesus.
yeah. But it also, like, it kind of shows that, like, this extreme degree of authoritarianism, and mind you, I'm not saying that any authoritarianism is good, but this specific, like, social Darwinist kind of, like, authoritarianism,
Yeah.
like, set to its fucking limit is literally just like, oh yeah, just everyone should fucking die. Everyone should die except for me.
Yeah. When push comes to shove, like, hey, like, if things get really bad, half of these people would fucking, like, kill their own crew, because they'd be like, whatever, like, as long as I'm on top.
Queen just
Queen
completely fucking
basically
the
already did,
dance floor, yeah. Like, it's all fucking... These people are fucking nuts.
Yeah. Oh, God. But, the final part of this chapter is literally just King in his, like, hybrid form, which is really... I like his hybrid form. His arms become, like... He has human legs, torso, head, but his arms look like pterodactyl arms. Like, his arms become the big, like, you know, the arms are, like... like, you ever seen, like, pterodactyls in, like, Jurassic Park or, like, other media, like, they crawl on their legs and hands, and their little, like, wings point upwards, like a W almost.
Yeah, they, like, basically crawl with their elbows.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not necessarily their elbows, like, because, like, they might have, like, prehensile claws but it looks like if it was their elbows.
Yeah. He's basically doing that, and he, like, catapults himself at Zoro, and Zoro, like, they both use their attacks. So Zoro uses 3-sword style Tiger Hunt. I don't know if it's Ultra Tiger Hunt.
No, I think it's just Tiger Hunt.
Imperial Ultra Archer. I think that's right.
Yeah, I think that's King's stuff.
3-sword style Ultra. He doesn't have, like, Ultra moves, Zoro.
Yeah, he's not fucking All Might.
Yeah, plus Ultra, baby. He's not, dude. Spoilers. Well, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but just if you're not caught up on My Hero, All Might's hot again, and you'll understand the context of that if you catch up.
All Might's big old titties.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. What I think is really interesting about, like, King in this form, and, like, it's not a one-to-one comparison, really, but this is... The way King is fighting now in his hybrid form seems to me just like Daz Bones 2. Wait, he was already 2. Daz Bones 3.
Daz Bones 3. Yeah, there are a lot of similarities. Even, like, well, I mean, he says something at the end. Well, we're almost there. Let me just get there, and then I'll talk about it. So, like, basically, they just clash. Zoro busts even more of King's mask off, and King launches Zoro through the skull, like, outside of Onigashima, and Zoro uses 2-sword style Clear Lance, and he, like, literally somebody in our Discord said he, like, smash up bead back onto the stage.
Is this something he's done before? Like, I'm just as confused.
I don't know. I honestly, if you look at the page, okay, he uses the top of that page. First panel, I'm falling, 2-sword style. Second panel, Clear Lance. The third panel, I still see it. Like, it looks like in that little blast thing, it looks like a little spider. And I was so confused. I was like, why is there a spider, like, shooting out of the blast? Like, what? Like,
That's
get
a
it's
very
supposed to,
weird thing.
Yeah, you see it? It's like a little ball.
I see it. It does look like a spider.
That's, like, before I realized what it was supposed to look like, my brain, like, you know when you look at something and your brain just, like, puts the pieces together before you actually understand it?
Right, you're just stuck like that.
Yeah, and I was stuck like that for a bit. I was like, spider? Like, what the hell is that? Like, I don't see a spider. Like, what's going on? And then I was like, oh, I get it. But Zoro up B's back onto the stage for the first time ever, I'm assuming. And he's like, at least let me die by the sword. Show a little respect. And King turns around mask half off, and he says, "I'd ask the same of you." And we get to see the top, like, right quadrant of King's head. And
there's quite a bit to talk about.
Yeah. I guess, but before diving into the actual, like, behind the mask, when you said the Dazbones thing, I just think it's super interesting that, like, almost all of Zoro's opponents in the New World have all, or just in general, have all been, like, swordsmen that don't fight like true swordsmen, I guess.
Was Pika supposed to be a swordsman?
Pika had a sword, yeah. He had a big ass sword.
You have a point. You're making a good point.
Like, all of them had swords, but they all fought in the most, like, dishonest, not swordsman way. Especially Dazbones, because Dazbones was like, oh, like swords are used only for killing. Like, they can't be used for anything else. And I am a sword. I am a killing machine. And Zoro's like, no, like, swords are used for, like, protecting, you know, my ninja way. And then he uses, like, Rio and cuts him in, like, chapter 200.
Metal Gear Solid Revengeance. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Zoro's like, Doctor, enable my pain inhibitor. But yeah, every single person he's fought has been some sort of swordsman with some, like, messed up view of, like, swordsmanship. And I just, King is, like, the same way, because even somebody in our Discord, it was a while back, but it was when a couple chapters back, when King used his sword, and you saw that his sword has the notches in them, and he uses it to disarm his opponent.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, oh, like, damn, that's not very, I don't know, that's not very honorable.
Oh, yeah. Someone brought up that it's like a
it was like a
sword breaker.
Yeah, they used it to, like they would get the sword in the little comb teeth and then, like, use it to either break the sword, or they would, like, turn it to, like, you know, take control of your sword's momentum. But it's just cool that, like, on the path to being the strongest swordsman, like, these are the kinds of people that Zoro has to beat. And he's doing a damn good job so far, but
he really is.
Let's get into this. What do you think about this whole mask thing? Cause oof.
Like, okay. If you look not at the final page, but at the page before that, we get, like, a bit of a zoom in, quite a bit of a different angle, and we see, like, a tattoo over his brow, his exposed left brow. To me, it kind of looks like Japanese, like, calligraphy, like, markings. Like, there's, like, specific styles of Japanese calligraphy, and, like, it invoked that to me, kind of like some Gaara kind of shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm about to Google Gaara literally right now.
But the closer I look at it, the more I think that it doesn't necessarily remind me of any specific kanji. So, like, how do I explain this in a reasonable way? Kanji have, like, meanings and, like, pronunciation, and there's a couple of, like, the symbols of kanji aren't just, like, loosey-goosey kind of just decided like that. They can be categorized based on their radicals, the components that make up the kanji. This is, like, a quite upper level Japanese shit, so
nice.
I don't mean to, like, completely alienate everyone, but
no, keep going.
So a good example is the kanji for tree. If you look it up, it's really easy, really simple. Nothing to really, like, write home about. You learn it, like, your first year. But that kanji can also be used as a radical. And usually it is on the left column. Just if you divide a square into 4, you can use either like columns or rows to like position kanji as radicals. If the tree radical is on the left column, whatever kanji that is, I am more willing to bet like 9 out of 10 times that it is talking about some kind of tree, a fruit, something along those lines. Like, it is more than likely a plant.
Okay.
Same thing with organs. There's a specific radical that is like a contraction of something that means like organs, and almost all the like organs in your body have that as the leftmost radical. So given that, if you like study enough kanji, you can see like patterns and this and that. You can like recognize certain aspects of it. I'm nowhere near skilled enough to be like good at it, but I would still say that his tattoo doesn't necessarily look like a kanji. But what I'll say is that it kind of reminds me of an olive branch a little bit.
Yeah. It's so weird. Like,
It is.
It could be a kanji. I mean, the fact that it's a face tattoo in general, like, or like markings of some sort, just makes me immediately think of like the Skypians, like the Shandians specifically. Because they have like the wings and shit, but they were also like tribal. Like, they had like the tribal tattoos, and like I mean, the only other person we've seen with like tribal tattoos like that is like Dragon. So I don't know if Dragon, I mean,
But
it's
his are
implied
like
that,
distinct in a very different way.
it's implied that he kind of knows what happened in the Void Century, but like regardless, just I immediately think of like the Skypians, and I know that the Shandians, they had the like tribal tattoos.
Right.
And we know from Marco the past couple chapters that he was like, oh yeah, like the race of people that lived atop the red line that are like all gone now mysteriously. Like, okay, like what? There's gotta be a connection there, the Lunarians.
Yeah, no. I completely doubt that. I
and
posed
even,
this
like,
question as a meme to John earlier, but I was like, hey, those black wings, are those really black wings, or are they also covered in leather?
Jeez, yeah. Absolutely wild. And like, even like Anaru's like stupid moon thing, where he's like looking at like the drawings on the moon, and their ship is like the one where like their ship is like an upside down straw hat.
Yeah.
There's 3 different people in those drawings, and like one of them is the Skypians, because they have the little antenna.
Right.
The one next to them, I'll send you the picture. The other one next to them is I mean, it's got to be the Shandians, because they have like a little marking on their face, but they have like the little like tribal, like the dragon, like, or little like fish head thing.
Okay, yeah.
Specifically the Skypians, because remember Conus or whatever she had the little antenna.
Right.
The actual like Skypians had the little antennas with that small style of wings. Remember, they have the small wings that are like pointing upwards.
Kind of like shoulder pointing out. Yeah.
And then the Shandians had the same kind of wings, but they wore the headdresses of like the animals. Specifically, their one leader who wore like the dog. The older guy, he wore like the dog head, and they had the same type of wings. And if you look at that picture, the third like tribe or whatever, has wings that are like king style, like the feathers are facing down.
And they're much longer. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So they have the Lunarians, these markings being on the moon. Whatever happened on the moon is connected to the Shandians and the Skypians and the Lunarians, but like, I don't know what it all means. I just know that it's gotta be a Lunar. Like, I'm assuming that the Lunarians are gonna have markings similar to the Shandians, And at some point, it's gonna be revealed that like, oh, they all came from like the same place, pretty much. Like,
I think that's a pretty safe assumption, all told.
it's it wouldn't have been anything if it wasn't the wings. When I noticed the wings, like the two Skypean people, like the antennas and both of the wings facing upwards, and then the random third guy whose wings are facing downwards like a king. That's when I knew. There's another picture of them like they're doing something. God, these it's so the Skypeans are like leading the little robots, and then it shows the Lunarians and the Shandian guy like on the cave markings like building the robot guys, I guess, because it shows them like putting something in one of them who's like on a table, and then the Skypean guy is like leading the three of the other ones.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll put the pictures in our Discord.
Right.
But they're definitely tied in some way. King is tied to all this. Maybe not like personally, but he's definitely one of the last of his kind, we assume so far. Because Big Mom was like, oh yeah, there's only like I think didn't she straight up say he's the last of his kind?
Something like that, yeah. Or at least it was like heavily implied.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's One Piece, like, I thought I was just gonna get, Age of Ultron, like, oh, the stakes are being raised. I didn't know I was gonna get Anaru again.
Yeah, like, I don't... It might just be us because we're like this. But
yeah, it could be that.
This moon shit, it seems fucking inevitable. I don't know,
Yeah. Something's going on with that goddamn moon.
This gosh darn moon.
This gosh darn moon, Bobby. But that's all we got in terms of, that's crack theory enough for all this stuff. I got nothing else.
But that's like real theory though. So...
Yeah, so I'll get my crack theory is that's Gaara, and that's the kanji for love or whatever the hell it was.
Oh, shit. John, sorry to fucking debunk your shit. So, it's not like perfect in all of this, but you're right about like there's the Skypeans and the Shandians, but apparently there's a third named group in this whole arc, the Birkins. So like
Birkins? Oh, the I was reading about that earlier today. Yeah, the Birkins. They're the ones that like made the robots, right? Or something like that.
It's like specifically like Enel's tribe. So like all of them, and like they're depicted with those specific like third wings, but they're white.
Oh, what the heck? Hold on. Birkin in One Piece?
Yes, Birkin.
No, I got Birkin is like an actual like
yeah, because like there's also like Burka, the Scandinavian city country.
Let me see. Let me go to the Great Wiki. They will know. Previously an inhabitant of Burka. Burka was a sky island far in the south. It's only mentioned in the series and has never made an actual appearance as the birthplace of Enel and his followers. They had wings, right? His followers?
Yeah, they all had wings.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to spread my butt cheeks and dump on your shit.
Nah, but I'm glad that you did, because now I can sleep soundly at night. This won't keep me up, so actually we're good.
But I mean, like, there's still got to be a connection, right? Like we can agree on that.
Yeah. There's no way. Look, tribal tattoos on the face and wings, like there's no way that those two in all the races of One Piece, there's no way that a character sharing those two like distinct features with characters that we've already seen, and there's no connection at all. I mean, there could be no connection at all, but I feel like there's going to be of some sort, especially when it was like, oh, they're from the Red Line, like they're just
like being all the way up top.
Yeah,
like I don't know, like a fallen angel kind of thing. I don't know.
something. Well, if you guys want to help us solve this mystery, you can go ahead and follow us on all of our social media. We're at Paramecia Fancast everywhere else, Facebook, YouTube, every social media. Join the Discord, Paramecia Flower Capital. We're on there like pretty much every day. It's always active every day.
Yeah.
Usually I'll be at work and I'll try to respond, but there's always conversations going on. We're always posting funny memes and doing some cool stuff, sharing some theories and stuff. But it's always a good time. Paramecia Flower Capital. The invite link for that is in our description of all of our social media and in the bio of our Twitter and the pin tweet. What else? Episodes go up every single Monday following the official Sunday release on Viz. And as soon as the episode is up on the hosting site, parameciafancast.libsyn.com, you can pick it up anywhere on any podcatcher. The major ones, and all of them. The major ones being Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube Music. Like anywhere you can get a podcast, you can find us there.
Even everywhere you can't get a podcast. If you have metal inserts in your teeth, tune into specific FM frequencies, you'll hear us.
Yeah. If you got Tooth Tunes, we just set up an RSS feed for Tooth Tunes, so you can get us there.
There's gotta be a Tooth Tune hacking community, right?
There's gotta be a Tooth Tune hacking community. And you know what? Is there a pacemaker hacking community? Because I feel like that's the future.
No.
Dude, what if somebody overclocked their pacemaker?
They would die. They would literally die, Jonathan.
Oh, to be fair, I'm never really sure what the hell a pacemaker does, so...
A pacemaker regulates the pace of your heart.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, it's a bad name for what it does.
So, if I underclock it...
You'll probably also die.
I could fake my own death.
And then turn it back on.
Yeah, it literally JoJo's Part 3 where Star Platinum stops his own heart and then repumps it.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Oh, God. But yeah, catch us every week. Next week is our Pacemaker special and also our 200th episode.
Holy shit.
Absolutely wild. This is episode 199.
Oh my gosh. And we're not on break next week, insane. No.
Yeah, we're not on break next week, so it'll be some good stuff.
Where to buy air horn? Japan. Oh shit, yes. Oh, they got me.
And bye.